All right, guys, let's zen it all down here. The power of the flow state reigns supreme. All right. Your ability to succeed in life, if we're going to break it down super practically, it really comes down to your ability to stack up productive chunks of flow. You know, flow is that state where you are just in the zone and you are doing something. You are in the process of executing some useful activity. If you can get these states of flow stacked up in order and pointing in generally useful directions, your life will improve. You will make progress. It's really not that complicated, right? As long as you can just get yourself going, then you're going to be good. But this is where guys struggle. They struggle to get into the flow because they feel resistance. Resistance. Stephen Pressfield has made an entire career about people writing about resistance, which is that emotional feeling of, I don't want to do it. One of the things that I've seen guys fall into, and I've been there myself, is like feeling like I need to have the stars aligned in order for me to start being productive. Like, I need to have special music on. I need to put on my binaural beats. I need to make sure I have my coffee. I need to make sure I have, 3 hours of uninterrupted time. I need to make sure that I've got, this focus app going. I got to meditate beforehand. I need to make sure that I visualize. Like, the thing is, you don't need any of that crap. You just need to sit down and you need to start. Procrastination is a funny thing. There's a great SpongeBob episode, a classic one back from, before it got terrible, where SpongeBob had to write a paper. And it's just like the entire episode is just about his forms of procrastination. It's like, I need to completely, clean the house first. I need to feed the dog. I need to, or cat or whatever a snail is. And like he just came up with, excuse after excuse of like why he couldn't just start. And you don't need any of that. All right. All I use in order to really consistently generate huge amounts of flow state activity is a timer. That's pretty much it. Is I will put a timer on and I'll just say, all right, I'm going to go. And a lot of times I don't even do a set amount of time. Like back when I first started this stuff, I would do like the Pomodoro technique of like, 25-minute chunk, 5-minute rest, 25-minute chunk. I don't do any of that stuff now. Like a lot of times I just do the timer to show myself I'm starting now. It just gives me something to tell myself that it's started. I'm in it. And then I can't get out of it until I'm done with whatever the task is. The only other thing that I mess with now is white noise. I do enjoy some solid white noise. There's nothing worse than when I'm going to a coffee shop and the coffee shop, they're just playing some freaking horrible music, and I have to then like put in like super high volume white noise in my ear, or then I have to listen to music, and music itself becomes its own little rabbit hole. It's like, I gotta get the perfect focus playlist. It's a dangerous thing because then you're just fiddling with the playlist. You're not actually doing it right. The only other thing I would maybe throw on the table is like putting your devices in airplane mode. But a lot of times you need your devices connected to the internet if you're gonna be doing work anyway. But really, guys, the point here is that you just got to get into a flow. You just got to start. All right. You have to get it. Like the first part of getting into a flow state is feeling uncomfortable and embracing that discomfort and allowing all the variables of whatever activity that you are engaging in to start filtering into your brain. This is an uncomfortable process. The beginning of flow feels like it's not flow. All right. It's the accumulation of the mental resources required to focus. Okay. So this is all you guys got to do. You just got to get started. You got to just start stitching these chunks of focused work together. Learn how to fall in love with it. You lose yourself in it, and it feels actually very, very good. It's just that first initial spot. That's it. Just get used to it, and eventually it actually gets easier and easier and easier to where that resistance starts to disappear entirely. So if you're interested in more productivity lessons, particularly on how to, live on fire with motivation and laser focus on your goals, then make sure you check out the Self-Mastery Club, where I'm going to be laying out more of my Man on Fire course. Some of those videos are on YouTube, but the full thing with all the lessons and everything, you can only get that in the Self-Mastery Club. So click the link, check it out. See you in the next one. Ooh, yeah.